see, it's interesting because 3D, I mean, the way it's marketed in this kind of stuff is, you know, new and exciting, but 3D is actually really old, and has really been around as a technology since, well, pre-cinema really. So Victorian optical culture plays upon 3D technology. You've got a stereoscope just there, which is all about giving the illusion of depth. And then in kind of the history of film technology, 3D technology in a sort of primitive form is available from the earliest period of cinema, so around kind of 1915 you already have experiments with that kind of filmmaking. I mean, most people think of 3D as something kind of new and exciting now, but it was a big thing in the 50s, and it's had kind of resurgences over film history up until this point. So one of the key things to think about with 3D is it's a gimmick to get your bum in the cinema seat. So in the 1950s, TV comes about, and there's big competition between television and film. And so the American film industry in particular is trying to get you to pay your money to come actively to the cinema when you could just stay at home and watch TV. So what does it do? It launches lots of kind of competitive, unique features that you can only get at the cinema. 3D is one of those, along with like massive widescreen technologies like CinemaScope. So in the 50s, you have 3D is more our kind of familiar blue and red glasses technique. So you would try and get people to come in and see your gimmick. Didn't last that long, maybe up until the mid-50s. And then since kind of into the 70s and 80s, you get bits and pieces of 3D coming back around for kind of exploitation cinema or certain kinds of genres, horror in particular. And then it really comes back through non-cinematic exhibitions. So I don't know if you've ever been to Disneyland or any of the big theme parks, but that's one place where 3D kind of ended up before it came back again in the 2000s. So to add a fourth dimension to your kind of theme park experience, you can go and watch, say, The Muppets 3D, where you'll be sitting in a cinema, you'll be wearing 3D glasses, and at the same time your seats might be fitted with kind of gimmicks like air sprays or air jets, or dust and things might fall from the ceiling. So 3D was used as a kind of interactive, immersive experience in those ways. And then it comes back round into the 2000s, where we have it again as a new way of trying to pull audiences back into the cinema, because really, since the golden era of cinema, in kind of the 20s up to the 40s, 50s, cinema attendance has been declining. It's always declining. That's the kind of history of film going. So the industry, the kind of global film industry, is always trying to find a way to pull you back in.